I'm serving chicken marbella today, which is healthy and low fat, with a hummus, pita bread, and a light salad. Please subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and give it a thumbs up, and you will be notified of upcoming videos. A little background on this dish, and it's a classic Mediterranean dish, very easy to make. I'm going to serve, it's called Chicken Marbella, and it's a classic recipe that I came across in an old recipe book, which was the Classic Silver Pallet cookbook. And I'm going to put my twist on it, so it won't be a traditional one. It's my twist on it. This recipe is good for prepping ahead of time because you marinate it and let it soak in the fridge, and then when you're ready to eat, you just stick it in the oven and it bakes till a beautiful golden brown, because I cook to please my palate and I hope to please yours. And I'm going to serve it with white rice. All my ingredients, I always like to take them all out and lay it out here. I'll give you guys all the measurements. This is my take on chicken marbella. So I've got 5 skinless, boneless chicken breasts. This will be better with bone in because the bone always gives it more flavor, but I like lean cooking, so I'm doing it. This is my version of it. And then I'm gonna add a cup of prunes. I've taken 1 prune and sliced it into 3 little pieces, each prune, so that goes into that. Then I'm gonna add a cup full of olives. These are like slightly spiced. You can see it's got like little chili flakes on it because I like a little bit spicy. I'm gonna leave the oil that it's marinated in with that cup and put it in there as is. Then I am going to put in a half a cup of capers in their marinade, put it all in. And this dish is good to be marinated overnight, but I haven't done it overnight, so I'll marinate it till this evening when I'm ready to cook. It's early today anyway. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 bay leaves. I'm going to split it in half because I want the flavors to come out of the leaf. Just like that. I want the flavor to come out. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half of dried oregano, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. You can make it hotter if you like, but that's how I like it. Add a splash of sriracha, so like about a teaspoon of sriracha. Add some white wine. I'm going to add half a cup, and I'm going to add a half a cup of a good quality red wine vinegar. I use the rind of 1 lemon because I just like that lemon flavor to come through in the Mediterranean style cooking. It's 2 huge spoons of tablespoons of garlic chopped coarsely. The garlic is like that and it's chopped up really coarsely. I'm just going to give it all a nice stir. The capers have a little bit of salt in it, so try not to add too much salt to this. I would add just little, and you can always add more. And I'm going to give it a sprinkle of about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Again, go in with your hands. Next up, I'm taking 2 cans of chickpeas. I drain the water in a little blender like that. So I use 2 tins, which are 540 mLs, which works out to 3 cups of chickpeas. Okay, so I've loaded up my chickpeas in my blender, in my Vitamix. 2 tablespoons of garlic, just chop it roughly because it's going to be blended in there. I'm going to use half a teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of cumin, ground cumin here. I'm going to add half a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice that I squeezed just a little while ago. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon of sriracha. This is a new one that I just got. It's made by Tabasco and it's actually really good. And now I'm going to use my tahini. I'm going to use a cup of it. And this is like a ground sesame seed paste, and it's an organic one. I'm just going to put it directly in because when I measure, it'll all stick to the side of the cup, but I'm using a cup full. It's just that I'm good with measurements, so that's why I don't have to measure it. I just tried it and it was not sour enough for me, so I added some more lemon juice. So it's beautifully incorporated. I'm going to pour it into a bowl now. Hummus, and I'm going to chop up my salad. Again, the vinegar into the salad tastes good, so you want to do the dressing now versus later. And speaking about my chicken, it requires olive oil, but I chose not to put it in just yet. I want all the wine and the and the lemon to soak in to my chicken, and then I'll add the oil when I'm ready to cook it. And I'm going to cut down on oil too, because I just don't like a lot of fat in my food. I like to eat healthy. So this, guys, I tasted some, is fantastic. I didn't put any salt in it, but it's fine, like salty enough as it is from the chickpeas, I guess, because when they marinate it, they must put salt in it. But you can always add some more salt to it. Now onto the salad. I'm going to use half of this large red onion. I'm going to kind of chop them in little chunky pieces, not too thin, not too thick. Like that, and like that, little chunks. The salad, I'm going to use these cherry tomatoes that I have in the fridge because they're like so sweet and delicious. I'm going to use about that quantity, and I'm going to slice them up into 4 pieces. That's ready. I'm going to chop up my cucumber. I use the whole one. Depending on how much, I might use 3/4 of it. And then I'm going to use 1/4 of my red pepper because I don't want it to be overpowering. And I made my own little salad dressing to go on there. I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, I could not find tarragon vinegar anywhere in Toronto. So you guys, if anyone knows where I can find it, please let me know. But what I did was I took a bottle of really good white wine vinegar and I stuck fresh tarragon in there. So I have my own tarragon vinegar. So in the event that you guys can't find it, there's another tip that you can use. So I've sliced my cucumber into little strips. Sometimes if there's a lot of seeds that are kind of squashy, just pull them out, and then it won't muck up the salad as much and it won't be as squashy. I'm just going to pull in closer here so you can see it. And then I just slice them into little squares. The same with the pepper. I'm just using a little less than a half. Again, like just trying to keep them all consistently the same. Not sure if you guys can hear the loud music in the background. One of my sons just got home. He's down in the basement blasting his music. Anyway, I've taken 1/4 cup of tarragon vinegar and 1/4 cup of my extra virgin olive oil. It's a good quality one. I took a teaspoon of sugar, which I use sugar in raw. I'm going to add some pepper and salt. And then I'm going to add it to my salad, give it a toss and put it up in the fridge. And I'm going to add mint to it as well. So 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to chop up about 2 tablespoons of mint because I want the mint to really showcase in the salad. So that's about 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to give my salad a little swirl and just incorporate it on top there. I'm going to just do that. This is really cool when it seals it. And you give it a good shake. And all the sauce goes right through. Up, I take an oven-proof dish. And this one is from La Creuset. It's really heavy and you need that bottom part to roast the chicken really well. I spray it really well with organic coconut spray. Because when you want to clean up, the chicken sticks to that and it's really difficult to clean. So my chicken is all nicely marinated. It's at room temperature. I've got my oil, 1/4 cup of really good olive oil, and I've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice to put on top. Now the original recipe doesn't work this way, but this is my take on it. So I'm just going to empty it into the pan. And with my hands, I'm going to pour the olive oil on top. This helps brown the chicken. And I'm going to pour the lemon juice on top. And it's been soaking all morning because I did it really early this morning. and I'm going to bake it now at 350 for 45 minutes, and then I'm going to check to make sure that it's nicely crisped up. It smells really good. My son is helping me do this. We're putting it into the oven at 350 for 45 minutes, and I'm just toasting a few naans on top because the salad is ready to eat. My chicken marbella is ready. I've taken it out of the oven. It's sizzled up nicely. I'm just going to put a little sprinkling of parsley, like about a tablespoon. My children never want me to buy hummus again. They want me to make it because it was absolutely fantastic. The chicken marbella was beyond. You have to try this, guys. It's so easy to make and full of flavor. And my salad complemented this concoction. Hope you enjoy as much as my family and I did. Till next time, ciao. Did somebody say dinner? Where is my dinner?
That told me, don't sit here waiting for a sign.